Life could be a dream. Life could be a dream. Do, 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 shaboom.
I make a podcast episode every single day for 365 days.
You will be hated for speaking the truth.
You definitely have like an X-ray goggles on where you can see someone's aura.
A house divided against itself shall not stand. Matthew chapter 12, verse 25.
If you want to make something of yourself, forget your political beliefs.
Because different believers experience God in different ways, different non-believers need different explanations to see God as real. Things that make you angry suck you in.
Satan's plan fails, right? And God's plan prevails.
Yesterday in Toronto, the weather felt like it was straight out of a movie. The snow that was kind of there, like it was the most perfect snow ever that I've ever seen in my life. And it was so beautiful. And of course, that is the intro in part of this video because, well, it was a day, man. And it's like, it's weird that it was March 16th and we're having this type of snow. Obviously, this is Canada, right? I mean, I guess, it doesn't help the stereotypes of Canadian winters and all that stuff. But like it's March, but still, dude, that snow was amazing, dude. It was absolutely glorious and beautiful to just be there and watch. Just like, it was perfect, man. It was just so perfect. And I really don't have any other words to describe the weather. It literally was straight out of a movie. And it makes me think about like how your life needs to be a movie, right? Our lives are movies, and we are our own main characters. We are our own protagonists every single day in our own lives. And me, like, kind of just walking around in the snow in this like winter wonderland, it makes me feel like I'm kind of in a movie myself. Obviously, I have to be humble. I always have to give it to God before doing anything else. But I think there is something to be said, and that's why you see it online. You see it in places. You compare the comparison, right? If you make your life a movie, you can truly do extraordinary things. If you truly go out there and see it in that lens, that your life's a movie, you're the protagonist, and well, in movies you have many amazing things happen. In your life, it's your decision whether or not you go and make those amazing things happen. And your life can truly be a movie, and it can be a very unique story, and you can truly go and achieve many great things. That's why it's an analogy. But obviously, I have to kind of preface this little concept because the reason, like, there's a very big reason why it's not a good comparison. It's a big reason why, your life should not really be a movie, right? Because in movies, it's the best of everything, right? It is a perfectly curated plot, and the day-to-day stuff isn't really shown. There's always something happening. There's always some level of action, some level of plot. Whereas in your life, of course, that's not going to be the case. You're going to have days that are great. You're going to have days that are not great. You're going to have moments where you feel terrible, you're in the pains, or you're just bored and you're not really doing anything crazy. You're not going to be doing anything insane for every single second of every day. And that's why, like, the movie comparison is a bit unrealistic, because in movies, there's always something happening. In your life, there's not always going to be something happening. And you shouldn't need to feel like there always has to be something happening, because sometimes you just need a break. Sometimes it's just freezing cold and you need to just stay home, right? Sometimes you just need to like go for a walk, and that is your thing for that day. Sometimes you just need to calm down and just relax a bit. Sometimes you have an injury and you just have to sit there and take a few days off, right? Like these things happen in life. So it's like, sure, you can look at your life from the lens of like, your life's a movie. Let's go out and achieve extraordinary things, and let's go make a story for each and every one of us. I think that's a great mindset. I think that's really a good way to look at it. But like, your life's a movie, but God is the director of your movie. It's not you that's the director of your movie. I think you can make the decisions, but sometimes there's things that happen that like you couldn't control, really. And I think that is God's hand being kind of implemented. So you don't want to make it be like a thing where you're prideful, where you're egotistical, where you're like, oh, I'm him, right? I'm the main character, right? Type of thing, where it's like, that's that kind of thing. It's like, yes, you're your own main character of your life, but you're not the center of the world. You're not the center of attention, right? So you don't want to let that go too far. But I think just as a way, as a lens to look at your life and say your life's a movie, and go out and do amazing things like as if it was in a movie, I think it's a good thing. And when something like what happened yesterday, where it's like, it was just like the most perfect straight out of a movie scene situation when it came to the weather and then came to the way that the snow was falling. I honestly don't think I've ever seen more perfect snow in my life. And we're in the middle of March. So I don't know how that happened. And then obviously, today it was freezing cold, so now the snow's frozen over and there's ice everywhere. So it's not as beautiful and it's not anywhere near as glorious as it was yesterday night. But still, I look at that and it's like, it makes me feel like I'm in a scene in a movie. And it's like my life a movie and this is the good part, Like we're moving, right? We're moving. Me personally, my life, like what my quote unquote movie is in my life, there's some new things happening. I think my life movie hasn't been much of a movie, I'm gonna be honest, last month or so, since I came back from Spain. My life hasn't really been like, I've been still trying to figure out where I want to go. And that's why the my life a movie thing doesn't always work, because sometimes you're just kind of stagnating and you need to get back on your feet a little bit. And that's kind of the place I was in, but well, you can also look at it as it's just different chapters of a book, right? You have the chapter in your life where, like, for example, like I'll give an example for me. I have the chapter in my life where I'm going to try and become a pro footballer. I have the chapter in my life where where I was training to go to Spain. I have the chapter in my life where I did my professional trial in Spain over the summer. I had a chapter in my life where it didn't work out and I had to regroup. My door-to-door chapter in my life, my kind of training again and ramping up for a new trial opportunity chapter in my life. And then when that one didn't work out, now I have this chapter, which is kind of like the in-between type of thing, like trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my life. And now I think I'm starting to move to the next chapter. So it's like, you can look at it like that too. It can be a movie, but it can also be like a book, right? It's a book and there's different chapters. There's different lessons in each chapter. And you're always turning the page on something new, something different, and trying to go make great things happen, right? It's a similar concept to the movie. That's why you look at your life as a movie, because it's up to you, right? It's down to you. You're the protagonist. You're in control of your destiny, right? If you really want to achieve great things, you got to go out and do it, right? You got to go and step outside that comfort zone and go and make it happen, right? So I think, understand that if you're going to be like kind of involved in this, like you're going to treat your life like it is a movie, like it is a book with stories and chapters and many great moments, you just have to know that yes, it's kind of sometimes a false comparison where yes, movies, there's always something happening. There's always action. In your life, there's going to be days where there's no action and there's nothing happening at all. And in a book, it's similar. Like usually in a book, there's always a point to something. There's always something happen. There's always a reason why you're telling the story, right? Whereas, again, in your life, you'll have chapters that are filler chapters, that are just you trying to figure it out type of chapters, right? And this can be seasons in your life. It doesn't have to be like a daily thing. Again, for me, it was a month. And even previously, it was a couple of months. It was like a small couple of month period. So I'm lucky that it hasn't been, like, it wasn't that long of a time in that type of a in-between state. Maybe in your life, it'll be a longer time. So it's like, understand that it's like, if you're going to be making that comparison, saying you're the protagonist in your own life and you have control over your destiny and your life is a movie, you should understand that it's not going to be exactly like a movie. But there are many amazing things that you can do in your life and many great things that will make it somewhat akin to a movie, right? If you can like live a life where you could have a movie be made about you, then that is probably a better way to look at it, I think. Now I'm cooking, right? Now I'm spitting facts. It's like, live your life in the way where you can have a movie made about you. Because your day-to-day is not going to be a movie in and of itself. But you do many amazing things. It can really happen. Like for me personally, I'm on that journey, right? And I'm on that kind of a level. Like, being a guy who was just kind of trying to find his way, and then he decided to go and fly to another country to go try and make his dreams come true. And then during that process, he had a lot of losses, a lot of setbacks, a lot of failures. He had a lot of great moments, great memories as well. And then he kind of came together. He tried his best. He literally left it all out there, and it didn't work out. And he had to move on, and hopefully I move on to something great, right? My life is already even up until this point, there's still so much more for me to live. Right? I've lived a lot so far, and I'm excited for what's to come. But I think, yeah, like, your life can be a movie. There can be a movie and there can be a story written about you if you go out and achieve those great things, you go out there and you push through those fears, and you go do extraordinary things every day, man. And I know this is just me talking to the camera, and it's easier said than done. You actually have to go out and leave the house and make it happen. But, I believe in you, man. I believe that you can truly make it happen. And, well, I'm just talking about this simply because, like, yesterday it kind of made me feel like I was in a movie myself. And it's like, yeah, life really is a movie, right? I've had days where it didn't feel like that. I've had days where I felt like it was just a burden, like that it was overwhelming, that things weren't working out and things weren't going my way and things weren't going to happen for me. But then I have a few days where, like, something happens and it's just such a beautiful scenery that I can't help but think about all of the good things to come. And it's like I can't help but marvel and wonder at the beauty of the weather that kind of took place yesterday. So it's days like that kind of like keep me going, really. It's days like that make me realize, yeah, no, there is more to my story. There's more to this than just kind of giving up, right? Like, you should never give up, never quit, never let those thoughts and never let your brain trick you, never let those thoughts even like have the slightest time of day. Because if you give them the slightest time of day, it's going to be detrimental, man. And then your life won't be a movie. It'll just be a very sad series of events. And I don't think anyone wants that. I think we all want to go out and achieve our dreams. We want to achieve our goals. We want to find fulfillment, right? We want to have financial freedom, whatever that thing is for you. So you gotta get up and move, right? Get up and make it happen. Get up and put the work in, because you're not gonna make any of this happen. You're not gonna write your story, and you're not gonna be the director of your movie by just sitting there, right? Like, you gotta get up and make it happen and make meaningful change to yourself and to your life and to the people around you, and make it happen. But I think if you do, you have all the chance of making a beautiful story for so many people to rejoice in and have good kind of like good memories of, let's say, and a good fondness of. And you can look back at your own life and appreciate the time you spent. I think truly that's all that we are, like, that is what we are built for, humanity. That is what we're built for. God created us, and he has given us this gift of a life for a reason. It's not so that we can just waste it. It's not so that we should just like be poor and be content with our current circumstances. It's so that we go out and make the most of it and truly seize the moment and make many great things happening and fulfill each and every one of our potentials. That is the point of our life. It is to look back on it and say, yes, now I'm ready for the life to come, whatever that may mean. But I can look back on my life and say that it was worth it, that I truly did go out and achieve many great things, and I'm able to be content in how I lived my life. That's kind of what we all want to do. So if you treat it like a movie, you treat it like a story, you treat it like something that has deeper meaning, which is true, like your life does have deeper meaning. We are all valuable. We are all valuable human beings created by God to go out and do many amazing things. Go out there and make it happen, right? And if you really know that, you can really, truly do many amazing things. So go and do it. Go and do it. Be fully confident. Don't be fearful. Let it happen, right? Let it happen. Go out and pursue great things. Step outside that comfort zone and make it happen, right? Make that movie, make that story of yours something truly memorable, something truly unique, something truly to cherish, and it'll all be worth it in the end. So that's it. That's all I got to say for today. It's a shorter one today, but man, your life can be a movie if you so choose for it to be. And you can really go out and achieve many great, extraordinary things, but it's your choice every day. It is what you decide to do every morning. It is how you push through feelings of doubt and feelings of pain to overcome them, to truly achieve those things, those very same things that will bring you fulfillment in life, that will bring you joy and success and prosperity in your days. So treat it like a movie. Treat it like something that can be extraordinary every day, and truly believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, put your faith in God, and let him work the rest. And it will really be glorious. I really believe that your life will be truly glorious. So continue to do that. Continue to strive to be better every day and treat your life like a movie. You are the protagonist in your life. You're the protagonist of your life story, and you are the facilitator. And if you let anything come between that, it could mean a lot of bad things. So try not to. Try to do as much as you can to make many great things happen every single day in the movie that is called your life. So thank you for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate you if you're still here. If you are still here enjoying this episode, be sure to show your support in any way that you can by liking the video, subscribing to the show on YouTube if you haven't yet, following on Spotify and TikTok. I leave those in the description. And when you're done watching this video, there are many other great videos. I encourage you to go watch them as well. I really hope you enjoy the content on this show. I'm trying to make the content better every single day for the 365 podcast so that for season 2, it's truly as great of content as I can possibly put out. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that this content is really good stuff. And I hope that I've inspired you and made a little bit of an impact, or at least planted the seed in you to go out and step outside of your zone of comfort to truly make great things happen in your life. Treat your life like a movie. Treat your life like a story. And absolutely anything is possible, especially if you bring God into your life. Absolutely anything is made possible. So thank you for watching, and as always, I'll see you tomorrow for the next episode of the 365 podcast.